Hello, and welcome back to another story time with your friend, the Fear Raiser. Call me whatever you want, seriously.
No, but seriously though, guys, welcome to another story time with me. This is actually going to be a really, it's going to start off kind of serious, but it's going to end in a pretty ridiculous note. So this is certainly going to be an interesting story to tell you guys. But before we get into the story though, as you all probably know by now, I like to feature the top 3 comments from the previous story time that are going to go up right now. So if you guys didn't know, I like to ask you guys to leave your awkward stories in the comment section below. Your awkward stories, your scary stories. Have you had stories similar to this story I'm about to tell you? Let me know in the comments below. I pick 3 and then I feature them in the next story. So don't forget to do that while you can. Also, guys, it would be totally awesome if you could like this video. Can we get 1,000 likes on this video? That would be pretty awesome. But with that being said though, guys, let's just get right into it. So this story takes place quite a few years ago, actually. I want to say this story is 8 years old. This is a pretty far back story. So how old was I then? I was about 14. So what exactly happened was that I had gone to the trailer, okay? I'd gone to the trailer with a friend of mine. And I've actually told a few stories now that have taken place at my trailer. I'm gonna state this fact now. I lived up at my trailer every summer pretty much for a good solid like 8 years growing up. Not live, but like went camping into the trailer like all the time in the summer growing up. So it was kind of a second home for me. But this one particular summer, I had brought my friend up to the trailer with me. And this friend is actually the same friend who, if you guys haven't seen yet, was the one in, it was the friend in the Pokemon, porn story. Dare I say more? But, yeah, he was the same guy. So this guy, okay, the guy who showed me that Pokemon porn, came up to the trailer with me. Now, what happened, okay? Now, the thing about going up to the trailer was that there were people in the area that actually lived up there. And, they weren't the nicest people, okay? They were, you know, a lot of crime, a lot of people who just don't follow the law, just, you know. But I remember specifically there was this one kid, or actually there was 2 of them, but one was like my age and his younger brother. Remember these 2 kids that were always down at the end of the road next to this trailer park that I used to go to, and we would have to go this way to get to another park, like an actual little like playground park, I guess you could say. So we wanted to go down there. We wanted to go from the really old boring park that was in my trailer park to the really cool fun one that's even by the pond. It's really nice. We wanted to go down there. But we had to cross past this person's, I guess you could say, house. I don't even know if it was their house. I think it was their like aunt's house or something. But nonetheless, we had to cross their path. Now, and like, it's not like they were always like, it's not like they were only there every now and again. These guys were literally always out and about. So chances were, if we were going down that way, we were gonna run into them, which we did. So what happened, okay, was me and my friend, we said screw it, and we started walking down this way. And lo and behold, here are the 2 kids there. There's the one that's about my age, and he's like a big guy, and then there's his brother who's like a little younger than him. So we're walking down, and obviously, they noticed us go to the park, but they didn't do anything. They kind of stuck to themselves, which is whatever, but I honestly expected them to get up in our faces because, you know, they were just, I guess you could say in a way they were like hillbillies. But regardless, we kept going, went to the playground, and we just kind of chilled out and just did our thing. So then about 20 minutes later, we noticed that both of them began to walk to the playground. And, you know, you kind of just can sense when something's about to happen. And they were approaching the playground, and I knew for a fact that they were going to start something. I was just like, oh, here they come. Oh boy, this is going to be great. But get this now, okay? They had not only come to the playground to try and start a fight with us, the kid actually whipped out a knife and actually threatened to stab us with it. Now, Obviously, he's a kid. I think he was like 9 and I was like 14. So I'm kind of looking at him and I'm not overly intimidated. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, put the knife away. And it was funny because his older brother, who was also, you know, I guess you could say fine with this, was just kind of letting his younger brother wave around a knife and everything, trying to act all cool and everything like that. And it was funny because his brother ended up trading the knife to take the knife away from him, because I'm actually pretty sure I told him to take a knife away from his brother, like, because it was ridiculous. And I remember I think he traded it for a cigarette. He gave his little brother a cigarette for the knife. And I might add that the 9-year-old kid started smoking as well while we were there, so that was great. So that was weird and ridiculous to start things off. So these guys were clearly just trying to bully us, right? But get this now, my friend, okay? The friend next to me, not exactly the brightest light in the room. I remember he was talking to the older brother, not really saying anything smart, I might add, and the younger brother whipped out. He pulled his pants down and literally pissed all over him. And just he literally just whipped it out and just pissed all over my friend. And my friend literally just screamed and ran down the playground into the pond just screaming, and both of the kids took off up the road. and that was pretty much it, what happened. But it was funny because like in the past I had a lot of issues with these two people specifically, but this was like one of the few times where this most ridiculous moment happened. Truth be told, I wasn't really the nicest friend either, because I was laughing because of how ridiculous it was. But oh my god, he was not pleased at all. But with that being said though, guys, that is, I guess you could say that's the awkward story. I guess this is an awkward story. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more great content. Alright, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!